YouTube. Turn this down just a little bit. YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. The Pimp is back. Back like he ain't never left. Hold on. Yeah, my bad, guys. I am back. My apologies. For those that don't know, I was hit with a strike after I figured out how to merge your podcast on YouTube. So by my merging, I lost very, I'm talking about 4 or 5 years ago content was uploaded, and it went against the community guidelines. It went from a warning to a strike. So I had to disconnect that. And I was unable to talk to you guys for an entire week, nor post it on the YouTube post. I was unable to do none of that. And in reality, in all perspective, I needed that. I needed time to reflect and get my mind right, you know what I'm saying, and put myself back into that space where I need to be. And then on top of that, you know, having these conversations with the Wiz, you know what I'm saying, and getting ready for this next chapter in my life, you know what I'm saying, like getting prepared for this new adventure, you know what I'm saying, and even with my son being born, you feel me, you know, picking up from there and doing the necessary things to ensure that he gets the proper influences and nurturing and wisdom, you know what I'm saying, and doing all of that. So I needed time to really just evaluate a lot of things, correct a lot of things, discuss a lot of things, and definitely put my focus on the direction where I want to go with the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys became followers based on the biblical breakdowns and the breakdowns that I used to do, which I know, which I consider phenomenal work. And you know, having a conversation of, you know, the Bible is written about the creators and the creator, you know what I'm saying? You know, just like everybody else. But when you find out that the story, which is the Biblos, is about the god of Saturn, this is where you get Saturn, Sabbath, Saturday, seventh day. You know what I'm saying? It's when you start to break those things down and you go reading the ideal text on who created it and what's being read, what's being given to the people to read, to reenact, to rehearse, to regurgitate, to keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. You understand? What keeps those individuals, you know what I'm saying, under their spell? And when I seen that that's what it was doing, and that's what it did, and knowing that, and not able to have the justifications. You see, I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go by the gray areas. I never lived my life that way. I never believed in the gray area. My entire life it was always black or white. You know what I'm saying? When I went to court and I gotta stand before the judge, or when I went to school and I gotta take a test, the only colors that's allowed to be even tampered or touched with is black and white. You gotta have a black marker. They started doing blue pens. They started doing blue pens. They stepped away from that. They said we prefer it black and white. So that's how I live my life. I live my life on black and white. I don't base my life off gray areas. I don't live my life off the woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's not what kept me alive thus far. That's not what got me this intelligent through my life. It wasn't off that. It was literally off the black and white. There's wrong and right. There's no, okay, maybe. There's none of that. It's wrong or right. We all know the wrongs from the rights. We all know what we doing. Now, why are we, you know what I'm saying, justifying certain things based on gray areas? And that's what the Bible presents. The Bible presents gray areas. It does not deliver me. It does not deliver us black and white. If I don't see it in black and white, then it's not going to make sense. I cannot live my life, especially with what's going on in the world. Whether you talking about spiritual attacks, you talking about financial attacks, you talking about economic attack, you talking about everything that's attacking us as black people. We cannot afford to still live our lives in a state of belief or put ourselves in a gray area, the coulda, shoulda, woulda moment. We cannot do that. It's when, now, right now, how, today, not tomorrow, today. This is the mentality that we must have in order to achieve and reach that next pedestal in life, bro. And if we don't remove ourselves from gray areas and we can't allow ourselves to live our lives in gray areas and can't accept anything that promotes and teaches gray areas. It is unacceptable. Not in today's times. Not in today's times. Not in today's times. It's unacceptable. You guys do not understand. You're praising for your downfall. You're praising and you're worshiping your downfall. People don't understand what I mean by that. What I mean by that is when you're saying stuff like, oh, the white man's power needs to fall, or the fall of Babylon, and this and that, and you saying all of this and all that, and it's like, fam, it sounds good, but in reality, if things was to hit the fan today, if the world was to stop right now, let's just say while I'm driving and we doing this live, everything just stopped working, just shoom. The battery stopped moving. I can't press my foot on the gas. Nothing. All the electricity just went out. Do you honestly believe that we as a people are in a state where we can function accordingly? Or we will be frigid, frightened, passed out. You're going to see friends turning to enemies. It might not happen today, but eventually it's going to happen. And it's going to happen, and it's going to be sad. You know why? Because we're not prepared. We talk a good one. I'm telling you guys, it sounds good. It sounds good when you're on the outside, sitting down like how I'm sitting down, talking to a screen like how I'm talking to the screen, just doing what I'm doing. It feels good. It's easy to say that. But when the pushes come to shove, when the world just stops working, what are you going to do to survive? Are we as people ready, built enough to survive? Even the brothers and sisters that send the truth aren't built to survive. Do we have canned goods that could last 7 months, 8 months? Do we even have enough canned goods to last a year? Do we? Do we have anything to last a year? We don't got nothing. So if you don't have it, it's like, yo, stop wishing for your downfall. What we need to do is understand the game. This is the game, right? This is the chessboard. We got to take it. If this is something ordained by God, God ordained us to then fight. Or you want it back, fight for it. Take it. Show me that you want it. And that's what we need to do. We need to stop waiting for something to come and save us. We need to stop waiting for a story to redeem us or soothe us to make us go through our pain and keep accepting the same pain that's going from generation to generation, from grandma to mommy, from mommy to daughter, from daughter to granddaughter, and et cetera, and the list goes on. And it continue happening over and over and over and over again. And the only thing we could say to ourselves is, hey, you know, look at the earth, man. It's getting super hot. Oh, they're gonna burn up. How are they gonna burn up? Tell me how they're gonna burn up. And these people own the ACs. These people, I've been in restaurants. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. I've been in restaurants, and this is not even like major top 5 restaurants. I'm just been in restaurants where the heat, the AC was blowing so cold, you would need a snorkel. There was one store out in Brooklyn. It doesn't matter how hot it was out there. You will be in that person's store shivering. Shivering. This is facts. This is facts. So when you saying it's about to get hot, it's about to get extra warm, like, fam, we gotta understand that this story that was given unto us was given unto us. No more gray areas, man. No more gray areas. It gotta be black and white. It gotta make sense. When you look into the interjection of the book of Revelations, how many times the book of Revelations was interjected, and how many times the book of Revelations was rewritten, taken out, put back. These things was occurring. And every rulership had a different version of their revelation. Every rulership. And then when the rulership needs to have a control, they give you the same story. You have to, you gotta understand that. That's the book of Revelations. That's the book of Revelations. The book of Revelations is a book that literally tells you what's going to happen for the superpower that's in power. And it does not happen. Please understand that this book is written by them. There's no archaeological, historical, physical facts outside of biblical text that can show proof that Mark, Matthews, Luke, John, all these individuals was walking side by side, recording everything that was being said. They said the writing of Jesus happened hundreds of years later. Some of it even thousands of years. So there's stories out there that says Paul never even seen Jesus. He was just hallucinating. It's just so much. It's just so much iffies out there. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. We can't afford to live in these gray areas. If it's not black and white, nah, fam. Because you can't tell me to live my life in a state of belief. You cannot tell me, because in reality, you know you can't live off belief. You go ahead and believe that you're a millionaire and go try to buy something and then don't have the payment and see what they do to you. Go think you can just hop out of dealership. Go think you could just take the keys to a home and say, this is mine. Go think you could do these things off belief and see what happens to you. And see what happens. You have to make that make sense. You cannot tell me that this is the way that I gotta live my life. You can't tell me that this is the way that I gotta live. This is not how I'm gonna live. This is not how I'm supposed to live. That's not what it is. My life's supposed to be at peace. My life's supposed to be joyous, humble, Tell me you like me. Tell me you hate me. Say I love you. Say I hate you. Don't give me, I like you. We don't deal with the in-betweens. The in-betweens is what's destroying us, because it's always a high level of hesitancy when it's time to make drastic decisions. That's what living in the gray area do. And that's why a lot of us suffer till this day, because decisions that we make, we want to stay in the gray area. We afraid to take risks. We afraid to stand on what's facts. We afraid to go against the stories that our grandparents and our great grandparents used to tell us, where we used to say, Grandma, that sounds interesting, but I don't think it's that time. We have to go back into these things. Why? Because these stories is getting into the point of no return, and we ain't doing absolutely nothing to fix our circumstances. I can't live like that. I can't live like that. You can't live like that. We can't live like that. That's not how we were supposed to be living our lives. I want growth. I want change. I want understanding. I want connection. I want life. I want happiness. You understand? I want joy. I want all of that. I don't want to be in a space of maybe, hopefully, pray on it, wait for it. God is good. God been good. How is God? So when you say God is good and everybody's screaming all the time, explain to me where. All the time, good in what way? Because the last time I checked, we are all in this together. When we was taking off these shows, we was set here together. Since when now all of a sudden I'm supposed to be selective and say God is good because he gave me a job. But while he gave me a job, brother man is sleeping on the floor. While I'm eating good, there's a sister that can't even afford to feed her children. And what you're gonna say? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Well, you shouldn't be having sex with people if you know you can't afford it. That's the coward move. Let me tell you the royal move, the godly move. The godly move said to be fruitful and multiply. The godly move said to be fruitful and multiply. The laws of this world shows to be fruitful and multiply. The trees grow every season. The leaves come out every season. Birds having children every season. Rats, mice, lizards, snakes, humans, because that is the way of life. It wasn't about having money to support. That's a weak analogy. And this is what America and this is what religion teaches us. This is not a selective choice. We are in this together, because when you was introducing, check this out, people, I'm about to hit you with some education. When they was introducing this foolishness called this ideology, when they was introducing that to us, they wasn't doing that secretly. They wasn't doing that separately. This was a general public announcement. Every single one of our ancestors had to stand there and listen. And those that didn't conform end up missing, fishing with the sea. This is facts. This ain't me talking. This is what we need to realize. Why can't we as individuals, and yes, YouTube, the pimp is back. I am back. You know I'm coming to talk my talk. Why can't we as black people learn about African culture? Why must my understanding of who I am must come from the writings and the minds of Europeans? Why can it not be something black? Why can I not see myself in myself? Why can I not that? Why? Why must I justify myself off the Biblos? Why? When the Biblos does not show proof that it's justifying for me. Where? Why? Make it make sense. Why can I not learn about African writers? Why must my measurement of who I am must be under the ruler of the rulers? Why can I not be from the ancestors of my ancestors? Why can I not tie myself to the minds? Why must I tie myself to them? Why must them be the ones to decide if what I'm saying and what I'm doing is called worthy enough, justifiable enough, righteous enough? Who gives them, who's giving these people such powerful positions? Who's giving them such authority? Why are these people still the law book of our everyday lives? Why? Why can I not learn from my people? Why can I not learn from my brother? Why can I not learn from my sister? Am I wrong for that? Is that being evil? Is that being racist? Is that being destructive? Because I want to learn about me. I want to learn about us. I want to learn about what we are, where we come from. I spent my entire life, my 30 plus years on this earth, I spent learning nothing but European ideology. And now that I get a glimpse or a little taste of African culture, I can see the land. I see South Africa outside of the movies, outside of the Jungle Book. I'm seeing Africa for what it is. I'm seeing a beautiful, phenomenal place. Like, yo, this place is really beautiful. Wow. The land, the people. Oh, these people eat. Oh, it's really. So who said that this place was this evil? Who said that this place was this bad? Who's telling me that this place of Africa is not a place to dwell and have a good time? Who's telling me this? The same people that's telling you that, you know, you're justifying yourself based on African understanding is evil and wrong. These are the same people. And this is what I want my people to start to understand. Because this is what I had to use to wake me up. I had to understand that. Like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. These people are really justifying themselves, not off the immeasurement of ancestors and, you know, blacks' excellence. And no, we measuring ourselves based on the ideology and concept of people that don't look like me. That does not make sense. How can I, me as a man, say this is what I'm supposed to be doing? That does not make sense. That does not make sense. And if we as black people, El Kebule they kidnaps us, me, you. If we are that, and we know we are that, don't you think it's time to start learning from each other and not the kidnappers? You're not seeing Jewish people still learning from Germans, my nigga. They're not learning from the Germans, so why are you still learning? They're not upholding these people. Why are you still upholding? Where's the African studies? There's a very smart, educated African men running around here somewhere. Pause. African people, African sisters, African children. El Kebule. What it do? What it do, my El Kebulans, man? What it do? What it do, my El Kebulan kidnapped? What it do? What it look like? How you feel? You feel good? I feel good. I smell good. I taste good. What's up? Oh, man. Why are we not holding ourselves to this high regards anymore? Why? Is that fair to our ancestors, bro? We literally are accepting the ideologies and understanding of life from the very people that violated, bro. What? And that's who we measuring ourselves based on? Nah. Somebody gotta push this field goal a little bit further. If I gotta be the one to push it, if I gotta take a different direction to grab, then I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do, because that right there is unacceptable, son. I've done everything that the streets had to offer. I worked in the office. I've been in the field. I do the podcast. I do everything. I do it all. I do it all. But the one thing that we're not doing is putting back the missing pieces, bro. And the missing pieces is not coming from the ones that broke up the puzzle board in the first place. Their job is to continue having it scrambled. How you like your eggs? You like your brains fried? Or you just want to minimize scrambled eyes? However you want it is how you're going to receive it, and that's just what it's going to be. That's just not what it's supposed to be for us. That's not what it was supposed to be for us. Life is phenomenal, bro. And we can't be subjected unto an ideology that historically, physically, spiritually, emotionally has shown to be ineffective. Facts. And if this joint is ineffective, bro, then when are we gonna take the initiative to take a step forward and say, nah, we gotta do something different? When are we? We're still producing children. I'm seeing children still coming out saying Santa Claus. I'm still seeing grown black men, grown, sophisticated, educated black men saying, thank you, Jesus. I'm still watching the fairy tales being sung all through the hood, and everybody's still subject to it, hypnotized. I still see that. How? When us as colored people lead the category in all problems, bro. Diseases we lead, death we leave, heart attacks we leave, even cancer we took the lead. We're putting everything on our bodies, everything on our skin, everything. Had a long conversation with the Wiz, like, with, you know what I'm saying, like, with the makeup, and I get it, I understand. You know, you a lady, you want to look good, you want to look presentable, I get it. You know, in her words, she want to stay polished, I get it, I understand that. But you know that this comes with a cost. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, is this cost worth it? Is this worth me, you know, injuring myself, taking myself away from the people that I love, all for 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours? I remember when she used to go to work and she was doing that joint. It was a constant thing. And even with me, she used to be mad because it was like, oh, like, I don't feel attractive and feel this. And it's like, yo, baby girl, you are. You don't have to measure yourself based on the things that they tell you this is what's considered normal. No. Remember who's giving you and who's telling you what's normal. The people that's telling you stuff is normal are the same people that thought, you know, invading people's space was normal, was okay. Have we forgotten that? That's why I love to see the sisters with the locks in their hair. They lock in their hair. They're not wearing the lip gloss. They're putting on their shea butter. They're in the sun. They're not wearing glasses. They literally meditating. You know what I'm saying? They tapping into their African side. I love that, bro. It's phenomenal, man. It's like, yo, this is what we needed. This is a breath of fresh air, bro. seeing our people doing such things, son. It's a breath of fresh air, bro. Breath of fresh air. But it'll be even better if it was all of us on that type of time. If it was all of us. There's over 10,000 traditions and ways in Africa, son, and we don't know even 20. 10,000, we don't even know 20, and we are the descendants of the El Kebulan. We are the descendants, and we don't even have 20. Come on, fam. But we know everything. Listen, we know everything about these Europeans, my nigga. We know everything. We know the Bible, when it was made, where they lived, their stories, their triumphs, their falls. We read everything about them. It's like we really want everything in our power to show that we are them. This is what we want. We want to show to ourselves that we're just like them, if not better than them. That's what we're focusing on. We're not focusing on trying to figure us out. We're focusing on proving that we're better than them, or being just like them, or put it in our minds to believe that we civilized them, and the reason why they're acting like that, they got that behavior from us. We was not these type of people, bro. You didn't ever hear no story about Africans going into America, conquering the land. We was trading with the Indians way before Christopher Columbus. Where's the story of us in that land, warring with these people, fighting for their land, their resources? You ain't finding no story like that. Why? Because that's not in our nature. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. And this is no disrespect to my Euros, because I got nothing but love. I got some real cool Euros. Never gonna deny that. Got some real cool Euros. But this is not about that. It's about us learning about us. Focusing on us. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with a black man saying, I just want to know about black literature. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You guys know there's nothing wrong with that. That's not racism. That's reparation for us. That's respiratory enhancement for us. You want to be technical? If you want to be technical. Because now we got something. Now we got something to measure ourselves on. Now we got something to look forward to and understanding. Now we got something to hopefully trace ourselves back. Now we got a direction and a path that we can walk to and really find out who the heck we are. We got a path. And we got to go through that path, fam. We got to go through that path, fam. We got to go through that door, bro. We got to go through that door like warriors and see it for what it is. We got to go through that, fam. I'm sorry. We really got to go through that. It's necessary, bro. I'm dying to know my history, bro. Like, whether it's good, bad, or in between, bro. I'm dying to know. I'm dying to know my lineage, bro. I'm dying to know. I'm dying to know who I am beyond slavery, bro. I want to know my lineage as far back to the very beginning, bro. I'm dying for that information. Dying for that, bro. Because it will answer a lot of questions. It will create a lot of solutions, bro. Because you would definitely know exactly what was your purpose. If you found that you're the very beginning of you don't know, and let's just say that person was created to be a singer, or he was just a hardworking man, or he was just this and he was just that. I don't believe that the angels came and taught man this. I don't believe that. I believe that the creators created us, because when you read the word, it says created man in our likeness and our image. If I'm in your likeness, that means I know things already. And if I already eaten, think about this. And if you have already eaten from the tree of good and evil, that means you already know wisdom. Then why would the angels then come down to come teach me about things that I already know? The Bible said you will be as gods, nigga. What? You will be as gods. I don't believe that. This is just me. I don't believe that. I think everybody was born with their own ways, their own, you know what I'm saying? And finding out who you was then, that creation, will definitely give you a clear understanding on what you're trying to do with yourself moving forward. If your very first creation of yourself was a builder, and he was this and this, and then you always find yourself wanting to build, but there's something hindering, because your ancestors will always give you the signs, bro. Your ancestors will always speak to you. This is why they don't want you. This is why they tell you having these thoughts as demons and evil and wicked. That's not true, bro. That be your ancestors talking to you, son. You have all type of ancestors that's going to holler at you, bro. You're going to have the knucklehead cousin, right? That was just the problem child that's going to holler at you and make you want to do devious things. You're gonna have the ancestor that's gonna try to always keep you humble. You're gonna have the ancestor that's always gonna teach you, keep you. You're gonna have those that's gonna interact with you. All this demon, heaven, hell, this heaven, these things are not true. They're not true. My man's got shot up. See, I'm gonna give you some street talk right now. My man's got shot up, man. And I'm gonna make him come on the podcast. My man's got shot up and died 3 times. And when I went, I was like, yo, what was that type of experience? My son was like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was just black. I was like, just black? I was like, there was no light, no. I was like, nah, bro. It's none of that. I said, word? Okay. I took that with a grain of salt. I said, okay. I'm gonna be optimistic now. Then I started doing my research. Something came over me and said, yo, go look this up, Jones. So I proceed to give you to do what I do indeed. You feel me? And then I go online, then I'm reading, then I'm listening, and then I'm studying, and then I come across something. I forgot the person's name, but basically giving me the origin of hell. Now, the origin of hell, and I was gonna make that a verdict, and I was gonna make that a summer conversation at one time too, because that's when I was into the biblos and all that, because I wanted to give people a perspective of hell. And the reason why I didn't do it, because I knew it was gonna contradict what individuals was teaching, and that I was also teaching at the time. It was just gonna cause a high level of confusion and contradiction. So I never proceed to jump on it the way that I wanted to, the way that the ancestors told me to, but I did. Being loyal and following the chains of command, the reason why I didn't do that, right? But when you get the history about hell, when I got the origin of hell, hell was a mystical Roman storytelling that these people used to tell their children to put them to sleep. I don't know why. These children wanted Gotham, gruesome, gory type of bedtime stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know why. You feel me? And nor was I checking for it. You feel me? I didn't know why, and I wasn't checking for it. So long story short, that's the beginning of hell. When Constantine when Constantine wanted to take control and have order with the people, because everybody was having their own beliefs. Everybody was having their own, like people was really worshiping other deities. Like you had individuals worshiping Monday, worshiping Saturday. You had people like there's really was individuals that was doing such things, and they was doing it like effortlessly. You feel me? And Constantine needed order. So not only it was order, but not only did they use it for order, but when they realized how they was able to get the people to be under such control and order. And yes, they did a lot of things to make people become believers. A lot of beheading. A lot of beheading. You know what I'm saying? A lot of beheading, a lot of killing, a lot of violating, a lot of things, a lot of plumaging. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot of things to get that Christianity on board to the masses, even with Islam. If you pay attention, the people that did the most gruesome things to have people convert to their religion are the ones that uphold the story about hell the most. Think about that. The two number one religions that forcibly put this conversion upon people are the main two religions that gives you a story about hell and judgment and punishment. Nobody don't ask those questions. Yeah, I know. That's where the story of hell come from. Do your homework. Like I'm the person that just give you intel for you to do your homework. Don't ever take what I'm saying for granted. Go do your homework. Go look it up. You're going to see. Go look it up. If your ancestors want you to really find that, really want you to know that, they'll make you know it. Because too much wisdom is not for everybody. Not everybody was designed and had the mental capacity to take on every type of information. Not everybody was designed for that. Yeah, we all got a brain, but everybody got different purposes. Just like black people need to get off the fact that not everybody was designed to become rappers. Not everybody was designed to become musicians. Not everybody was created to be actors and actresses. Girl was designed to be hoes. Not every girl was designed to be chicken heads. Some girls be doing such behaviors and be feeling bad at the end because you was never meant to do that. And then you're gonna get those that do it and love it and will do it again and continue doing it and see nothing wrong with that. There's those. There was people that was made to do that. And we need to realize that. We need to realize that we wasn't all made to do the same thing. And that's what comes with wisdom. Knowledge, when it comes to the ancestors and tapping in and connecting and understanding, not everybody was made to gain all information. There's a lot of information that I'm not going to be able to retrieve until they consider I'm approved. I may not even be approved. I may not even been created to even gather that type of information. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding is there. And the main focus, you know what I'm saying? I want to wrap this up. The main focus is that we as people, for one, can't live both gray areas. It's over for that. Everything got to be black and white. It's either good or it's evil. Can't do in-betweens. Gotta be facts or incorrect. Can't be a belief. Can't live your life like that. That's for one. Can't. You understand? And last but not least, you gotta focus on yourself. And when I say yourself, man, you gotta learn about self. You gotta learn about your Africanism. You gotta learn about El Kebulan. Learn about it. Even if you don't even, I'm just gonna keep it a realist, because not everybody's just gonna be built and have the capacity to do it. But I'm gonna keep it 100. Even if you gotta read, Black African Americans here in America, go read it. Pick their brains. See what the ancestors put on their hearts for them to give to the world. Go figure that out. See what's up, bro. Facts. Y'all gotta see that for what that is, fam. Even if learning the El Kebulan, learning the land, learning the people, learning the customs, even that is just too much, because a lot of us are brain dead. You know what I'm saying? Christianity has assassinated our spiritualness. Christianity and Islam has assassinated, and a lot of our people are spiritually exhausted. A lot of our people spiritually can't invest or spiritually have time to dive into something new. I get it. I understand it. I feel you. Believe me, I feel you. Believe me, I understand you. Believe me, I'm standing with you. Believe me. It's a fatigue. It's like, here we go again. It's like, here's another lie. Here's another disbelief. Here's another one. And if I go against this disbelief, I'm gonna be deemed as evil. I'm gonna be deemed as wicked. I'm gonna be deemed as being possessed. I'm going to be deemed something other than putting what's at question on the table and demand answers. It's like you can't demand answers. How can we live our lives but not demanding answers? When everything in life is in black and white. If I commit a crime and I get arrested right now, they're going to demand me provide them with information. Did you do it? Yes or no? It's not a maybe. They don't say, oh, maybe. Okay, we'll let you rock. No, it's, did you do it? Yes or no? And that's how we must live our lives. Yes and no. Black and white. Gotta put an end to the grades. Gotta take it for what it is. See it for what it is. You tell me something, I'll listen to it. Because a wise man always seeks wisdom. You're never too old to learn something new. Never too old. I'm always open ears. Always. What you got to tell me? What's on your mind? Always open ears. But at the same time, I'm not putting myself in a state of moving in a place of belief. I'm not. None of us. That's not what we standing on. You can't say you are El Kebulan kidnapped and you want justice and you still operating in a state of belief. I don't get that. I don't understand how people want things done. People want change. People demand change, but yet live life in a state of disbelief. You can't live a life of belief and then demand change. That don't make no sense. It doesn't even go together. You got to stand on black and white, and then you stand on what you stand on, right? That's how people respect. That's what people respect. That's what people understand. People don't understand gray areas. The only people that's allowed and that the society is even allowed to accept gray areas is when you a body boy. Oh, this nigga like woman man. Oh, leave him. Come on. Big diker. You heard? That's the only time. But anything outside of that, finances, money, business, survival, life, and jail, freedom, all of that is just, ain't no maybes. When they brought Christianity to your people, they said, do you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? You go ahead and tell them maybe, and then maybe they'll let you live. Heck, you talking about? It's not how you live your life. It's not how you operate. It's not how you move, fam. Are you crazy? Have you people lost your minds? Has you people lost your minds? Come on, man. Come on, man. They said when you the Bible says when you was a child, I thought of a child. I did childish things. When you become a man, you put away childish things, right? When you become a man, you put away childish things. So why haven't we put away religion? When I say that to the people look at me like I be bugging. Why haven't we put away religion? Why hasn't religion been challenged the way it needed to be challenged? Why haven't religion been questioning the same way children question the existence of Santa? That when you look at the story of Jesus and you look at the story of Santa, you'll see that it's literally the same mystical story. That if you do good, you're going to receive the kingdom of heaven. And if you're a good person, you're going to receive a gift. If you're bad, you're going to get nothing. You're going to be on the naughty list. You're going to be that. When you're bad and you commit and you go against God, you're going to go to hell. You don't believe in Jesus, you're going to go to hell. You're going to be in the book of, you're not going to be in the book of life. You're not going to be on the good list. You're going to be on the naughty list. It's the same thing, bro. I can't make this stuff up, man. As much as I try to just make it seem, as much as I try to make that joint seem as regular and easy to comprehend, you really can't, because it's beyond idiotic when it comes to such things. You know what I'm saying? Right here, nigga. It becomes completely idiotic. And like I said, we as a nation of people, we can't live our lives like that no more. We no longer can live our lives like that. Absolutely not. If we supposed to survive this next millennium, where men is men, women is women, children is children, if in order for us to survive that, we really got to be on some. Yeah, we really got to be on that. What I really want to say, I can't say, but. If you want to save this next generation, that's gonna have to deal with the AIs and the drones. If you want to make sure that child is literally on point, you got to make sure that you teach them to live off black and white, never off of belief. If you continue that same cycle that our parents did to us, we're going to remain in these circumstances. We're going to remain at the bottom. We're going to remain complaining. We're going to remain crying. We're going to remain bitter. We're going to remain angry. We're going to remain blaming the Europeans. We're going to remain putting everybody on blast outside of realizing that we are the reason why we can't elevate, because we still measure ourselves by those that even created the elevation that told you that you better off all being integrated and not separated. Come on, man. But yo, I'll be back later on tonight. We're gonna talk about it. I'll be back later on. I promise. I'ma holler. Wow.